me fixing everything. And because there is always something to be fixed, subscribe to the channel. It might be helpful to fix everything. Today, I will be dealing with this inverter. This one is single phase 220 volts to three phase 220 volts delta configuration. I have here a three-phase electric motor rated at 0.75 kilowatts, which I think is right around 1 horsepower. Currently is in a delta configuration, triangular one, and it was in star configuration. So I'll show you the diagram on the back of the plate. This is the diagram. As you can see on the left, the minimum nominal voltage 220 volts is in a triangular configuration, and the maximum nominal voltage is in a star configuration. I don't have a three-phase electricity in my workshop, so I need to be using this engine for this Tyre machine. If you want to see something like this, find it on my channel on how it's gonna run. Now we'll just connect it and see if it's working. This one is bought of Banggood. It cost me delivered around 70 American dollars. So what I'm gonna do now is open the box, run some cables, and I'll show you all the cabling when it's already connected, and we will give it a little test. Okay, a few minutes later, everything is connected up. First thing I want to say, do not look at the coloring I'm using for the three-phase motor. That's not the correct coloring. Okay, I'm using a single phase cable because that's the only thing I got in the shop. I don't have three-phase cables. Now that's the wiring, delta configuration, and I'm only using 3 cables for the 3 phases. It's recommended to have the earth cable or the neutral connected to the earth of the motor itself. So all 3 cables are connected, and the 3 cables are the 3 phases. So WVU are the 3 phases, all connected, going straight to the engine, to the motor. We have live, neutral and earth going to the socket. Single phase, that's European, and I got the live cable marked. So let's switch it on now. I don't know what these readings are for. So you can set up the frequency, and you can set all kinds of different parameters. So let's quickly press the run button. So the motor is running nicely. It definitely needs a bearing, but it's regulated. There we go, from 0 to 65 Hertz. And also it's very easy to go in reverse. You just press the reverse button. You can watch the frequency here. I'll switch the power off now. We got really strong capacitors inside. I'll just switch it on. That's without the power. There we go. So because of the strong capacitors, this is just draining the capacitors. On the back you can see I got a really nice sink, 2 fans. I think it's a perfect thing if you have a 3-phase motor and you want to regulate the speed or just use it as some to be able to use a electric motor on a single phase power when you don't have a three-phase, and it only costs like $70. You don't need to deal with capacitors and all kinds of switches and stuff. I think it's a good thing to have. Well, that's the end of the video. If you want to see it in use on the Tyre machine over there, you can go and watch my other video. I hope the video has been helpful to you. Like and subscribe if it's been that way. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye. Me fixing everything, and because there is always something to be fixed, I think you already subscribed if you're watching part 2. I hope you watched the other 2 parts. Well, the situation now is the table is going out and in, and this side is also working. That's good. Now the next part was the motor that turns the table. Unfortunately, I had a look, and it wasn't so easy. So I pulled the motor out, and as you know, it's a 3-phase. I bought, and I waited from China. I bought this inverter that it's supplied by single phase, and it's outputting 3-phase, but it's outputting 220 volts 3-phase, not 360 volts. So to be able to be used, it needs to be connected for minimal nominal voltage. Okay, minimal nominal in triangular configuration, but it was in a star configuration for maximum nominal voltage. This engine motor, electric motor, is manufactured in 1985, so quite some time ago. I think it's been rewind, because when I had it, it only had 3 wires sticking out of the stator. I went to a person, and I wanted to show you that, but they did it in 20 minutes, so I just don't have so much time. And they pulled me the configuration, they pulled me the star configuration from the inside. So now we have 6 wires coming out, they're all connected like so, and this, as you can see, it's a triangular configuration for minimal nominal voltage, or delta configuration. What I have now is this rig that I'll show you a proof that it's working. I just have it the live mark here. I press the start button, start, run, and as you can see, the bearing, I think it's the bearing. It's quite loud, but it will do the job. So it will do the work and the job, and it will do everything. Now I'll switch it off. It's working. We have a 3-phase motor running. We just have a very large capacitor. 3-phase motor. It's working on single phase. That's brilliant, because it will make the Tyre machine work on single phase as well. What I'm gonna do now, so these are the cables. So we have the 3-phase socket. That's one old 3-phase socket coming to these switches / relays that goes to the pedal, and it comes to here. That was where the cable was going to the motor itself. What I'm gonna do now, I'll chop that cable right here. I'll chop it here. I'll connect it to the inverter, and I'll connect the motor how it was connected to this cable here. Then I'll press the pedal. I'll press the pedal right there, and I'll test if the motor is working before I fit it into the machine. Okay, so I'll start chopping cables. I'm not gonna even film it, because it's like 1 degree in here. I'll just show you everything connected when it's working, and if I have any issues I'll share them in the video. I'm very happy that I did the initial test and I know the inverter is working with the motor, because now at the moment it's not. So what we have is a power from the outlet coming to the inverter, then 3 phases from the inverter to the contactors over there, and from there it goes to the engine, to the motor. When I step down, nothing happens. When I step up, there is a buzzing sound. So something is faulty, and that's very sad, because I will need to pull everything from there and we'll have to figure out the electrics. So let's start pulling out stuff. I'll just rip all of the electrics out of the machine, and that's how we're gonna figure out what is not going well. Like, I'll start pulling out stuff. It's very late now, so I might continue tomorrow, but yeah, I'll just pull all the electrics out. I managed to pull that unit out. This contactor is out and the engine is out. Now, as you can see, the connectors, the little spots where the connection is happening, right there, they're very bad looking. So just take everything off. I labeled the cables 1, 2, 3, 4, and I will clean up everything on this one, test it, go to the next thing if it doesn't work. So just clean the contacts and all the stuff. I just want to show you the difference between before and after the cleaning. That's after, and the other one is before. Needs to be very clean. So just like that with the file, a few passes and it's gonna be like brand new again. I'll clean up and down on the contactors. Okay, all contacts are clean now. Controller switched on. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if this thing works. For some reason it does not, but I want to test something. Let's see if I press the relay myself, if it's gonna work. One way should work on one side, the other one should work on the other side. Okay, that's nice. That's working the right way. And let's see this one. This one is going to the left. So this unit here, perfectly fine. This one, I'm not sure about this one, but I should measure the voltage. There is 2 coils right there. I'll measure the voltage coming to them, and You'll see if it works or not, and what, well, I'll see what it's not working. Maybe this one is faulty right there. Something that I forgot to consider, but it's important, is that it's not only the motor that works on 380 volts, but also the contactors, the switches also work on 380 volts. So what I did is I use 220 volts three-phase to power up the motor, so the relays can't close. I even tried plugging 220 volts straight into the relay. It's still the same result. So what I'm gonna do now is try to find relays that can work on 220 volts three-phase, or just 220 volts relays itself. I'll just have a look in the garage what I got. Okay, I just want to show you. Let me make sure it's not live now. This is the contactors, and they're 380 volts. As you can see here on the coil, 220 volts still controlling three-phase. I got two of them. I just want to show you one. This one is like the one that was on the machine. Look, it says 380 volts. So this one is going to the socket, and you can see it's working on 220 volts. What I'm gonna do now, I'll rewire these two and I'll set it up to work on 220 volts. Okay, so the old relays are over there and I rewired everything and it's working. I will show you how. Three-phase, everything is live, so I'm not gonna touch anything. Three-phase is coming to here, and it's controlled by this switch, which relay is working, and the output of the relay is coming from over there. As we can see, I will pull one side. One side is working, other side. Everything is working now. I need to set up everything all in and find the place for the VFD controller, but I'm happy with the result. There's the wiring. So it was the relays. I had to open everything anyway if I was going to change the relays. So I'll put everything back together. I'll mount the relays in that corner. The pedal, it's not settling in the middle position, so I need to figure that out. Put the switch back in, and it will take me some time, so I better start working. I assembled everything, positioned the machine differently. I give it a test. That's how I mounted the VFD. Contactors are right there, piping, and I assembled the pedal after I cleaned the contacts and everything. So let's dismount one tire and see how the machine works. there we go. That's the machine. Taking tires off. I will make a separate video when I do some tire mounting, but I think that's functional enough. This ram is not working because I don't have the diverter valve, this valve. Couldn't find anyone that can fix it, or the people I managed to find that they can fix it, don't trust them, and they're too far away. But in total, I think it's worth saving the machine, because this VFD can power up other stuff in the garage that are three-phase. The machine itself, it's on the price of scrap. Maybe stuff that I will fix. It's just weld this shovel or whatever it's called, so I can dismount tires easier. And I'll take another diverter valve or pneumatic separator, and I will just do something for this part of the machine. But even like this, up to 16-inch wheels, it's perfectly fine. I hope the video has been helpful to you. Like and subscribe if you like it, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.